life is full of ups and downs that can put us under severe strain. Sometimes we lack this collateral force like motivation that help us moving forward and continue conquering new heights. Actually, there is a diversity of tools that people use to handle with these moments in our life. But have you ever tried to live by a quote? This, in my experience, is one of the most powerful tools to live by in order to always keep your head up, and it has to be construed in this episode for sure. I know that you're looking forward to advance your life and cannot wait for the essence of this episode, but before we head down, please click onto subscribe button whatever your podcast platform is to not miss the latest episodes of our show, because there are lots of hot things coming up next. And now, let the episode begin. Advancing mode is activated. Now, it is time to set off. Wow, what was that sound? That was the sound of your transformation because you have just arrived into Listen to Advance, the podcast where you will hear lots of information accompanied by a powerful strike of motivation to raise your butt out of the couch and start advancing your life beyond recognition. Listen, I'm a huge fan of collecting and finding different quotes that I like. I think they contain a special energy that bolsters me in decision making and basically helps me to not lose the tone. I usually write them down into my smartphone so it doesn't take that much time. Whenever I see any interesting quote, I instantly capture it. I literally have this list of quotes. I guess there are more than 50 quotes already, and this list tops up every week. Quotes, as I mentioned before, can make a tremendous impact on our lives. They can change it beyond recognition. And this is the exact story that happened to me. The very first and still my favorite quote that I found on TED Talk given by Tim Ferriss, why you should define your fears instead of your goals. And in the end of his performance, he closed it out with some of the words of Jerzy Gregorek, whose motto was, easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. The hard choices, what we most fear doing, asking, saying, these are very often exactly what we most need to do. And the biggest problems and challenges we face will never be solved with comfortable conversations, whether it is in your own head or with other people. And this quote has helped him in overcoming lots of obstacles before he became the 4-time world champion in Olympic weightlifting. After I heard this quote, it has deeply entrenched into my head. Every single quote is sort of a crutch that you lean on to not let yourself down. Now, you may be conjured with the question, how should I use this quote to make my life better? Well, now I have learned it, but what should I do next? Well, the answer is very simple. You should repeat it in your mind over and over again, and your actions should be underpinned by this quote. So, let's take an example from the second episode, Smash Fear and Hesitation. When you hesitate, you start recalling this quote and saying to yourself, easy choices, hard life, hard choices, easy life. Whatever your motto is. Alright, if I do what is hard, my life will be easy. And in this case, if I come out of this girl, this will be a hard choice, but after doing that, you will become more confident, better in your life, right? You won't have this tension inside of you that has restricted you from doing that. Whilst, on the contrary, if you pick an easy choice, you will be kicking yourself because you didn't manage to do that. And this is why your life will be hard. You won't be able to contain yourself. You won't be able to live at your best. There it is. Easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. The most influential quote I have ever had. Every time I hesitate, I revise this quote in my mind, and it forces me to venture in high-stress environments because I know that it has to be done. And if you don't know where to find good quotes, just search them on the web. There is a big range to draw from. You can find them anywhere. Whether you're reading a book and found a really interesting expression of your favorite character, I don't know. Maybe this is the exact scenario that is working for you. It is a personal thing. I sometimes hear some interesting words from people outside in social vehicles. It doesn't make any sense where you find it. The real sense is how this quote will impact yourself. Attention, please. I have an idea. I will help you in finding good quotes to live by. In every new episode, I will be providing a new quote so you could absorb it without leaving the podcast. I think it would be really great, wouldn't it? Yes. If you want to share your favorite quote, any ideas, advice to improve our podcast, whatever you consider worth sharing, feel free to leave it on our Facebook page. I have put the link in the show notes. We are building not only a good podcast, but also a solid community with lots of nice people. Every new day, you choose a quote, and you live your day through it. You start taking actions according to this quote, probably be more outgoing with people, knowing that it will pay off in some perspective. The way you behave with people depends on how you will be treated in return, right? So, you go outside, throw a beaming smile on a stranger, not over-relying on it to not startle this person, because obviously you may seem vicious or crazy in some way, as I've just talked to you. So be careful with that. You are just lifting somebody's mood up and concurrently receiving rays of happiness from them because they do the same. Happiness and joy is found in minor things. Happiness is wanting what you have. This is also a decent quote to live by. Listen, I have shared 2 quotes, and now it is all up to you whether to use this tool or not. I'm not forcing you to do that. Maybe you are doing very well without it. Or maybe you use other tools that help you improving your life. So if you don't mind to reveal the secret of your successful life, you can share them on our Facebook page that is linked in the show notes. This is not only the place where we exchange experience, but have some fun as well. Our mind is truly powerful, and it also needs independent energy that could charge it up like these quotes. If you lack motivation, put any quote in your mind and start altering your mundane week with it. If you don't have enough confidence, find a quote that will drive you in developing confidence. Everything is very plain. You just pick up a quote and start living by it. I hope you have enjoyed it. It was a pretty short episode, but I think I have managed to explain and you have grasped the crux of this episode and will change your life with it. To reiterate, don't forget to find us on Facebook. There is a link in the show notes. And see you the next time with a bunch of new data in the next episode on Monday.